Gervonta "Tank" Davis reportedly turned what was supposed to be a routine training session into a major boxing talking point. According to reports, things escalated when he allegedly confronted and became physically involved with fellow lightweight contender Keyshawn Davis, instantly sending shockwaves through the fight community. What makes the situation even more intense is the name tied to the middle of it all: Floyd Mayweather. The same figure who once helped guide Tank's rise to superstardom is now reportedly aligned with someone who could end up being a future opponent, adding a whole new layer of tension to an already volatile storyline.
Fuck with DB30. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he came up and asked about me first, and he was like, yeah, I see your two brothers going crazy too. Ain't your youngest one going to the Olympics? Like, what's his name? Keon. Like, your other one's signed with you with top rank too. Like, he loved us as a group.
So he already knew you, like, prior? Like,
yeah.
You didn't even have to explain, yo,
You feel me? Like, of course he knew me, but he also knew my two other brothers as well. So I'm like, damn, Floyd paying attention. Like, he really fuck with us. Maybe because we carry ourselves as a family and we just so strong with that. Or maybe because we just can fucking fight too. You know what I'm saying? He never really went into details on how he knew us. But when he did that shit at his gym, he told me that, I'm like, damn, like, he different. I text Floyd the other day, like, Floyd, he was like, man, anytime, family, you just let me know. I can call Floyd right now. He fuck around and answer, you know what I mean? So, Floyd.
This tension didn't appear suddenly. It's been building behind the scenes for a while, fueled by old issues, frustration, and growing mistrust. Over time, things escalated into something much more serious. Now, many see the link between Keyshawn Davis and Floyd Mayweather as more than just business, but as a direct challenge toward Gervonta "Tank" Davis at a crucial stage of his career.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
To understand why things escalated so quickly, you have to look at the history between these fighters. In boxing, it's common for top athletes to cross paths inside the same gyms, especially when they're rising through the same competitive circles. Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keyshawn Davis already had familiarity from past training environments, shared sparring sessions, and years of moving around the same professional spaces. But this recent encounter reportedly carried a very different kind of energy, one that felt far more personal and tense than anything before.
I'd say out here, what was that experience like? Anything you could share?
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like, when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like, he got, like, good upper body movement, and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. Technical sparring match. And I definitely learned that, like I said, his defense. Like, I definitely learned that he got some great defense. And it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But overall, it was great sparring. And
according to reports, the confrontation took place inside a well-known gym that regularly hosts elite fighters and high-intensity sparring sessions. At first, everything appeared normal, with athletes going through their usual routines. However, the situation reportedly shifted when Gervonta "Tank" Davis noticed Keyshawn Davis working alongside members of Floyd Mayweather's circle. That moment allegedly changed the entire mood in the gym. For Tank, it wasn't just another boxer switching camps or training partners. It reportedly felt much more personal and immediately struck a nerve. To understand why things became so emotional, you have to go back to the complicated relationship between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Floyd Mayweather. At one point, they were closely linked, with Floyd helping guide Tank's early rise, promoting him heavily, and playing a major role in turning him into one of boxing's biggest stars and most marketable names.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday." and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even...
Under Floyd Mayweather's guidance, Gervonta "Tank" Davis grew into a global boxing attraction, known for explosive knockout power, major pay-per-view appeal, and championship success. For a long time, the partnership appeared strong and dominant from the outside, like an unstoppable force in the sport.
Between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel and said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was told at the time.
But over time, tensions reportedly began to surface in public. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was said to be pushing for more control over his own career and decision-making, while Floyd Mayweather continued to hold influence over how things were being managed. Gradually, the relationship started to break down, and once the split became public, both sides were reportedly exchanging indirect comments and subtle shots through interviews and social media, adding more fuel to the growing divide.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. It's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
it. Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Now Keyshawn Davis enters the picture, a young, fast-rising fighter gaining attention for his confidence, skill, and steady momentum. He represents the exact type of athlete Floyd Mayweather has often been drawn to mentoring. Young, ambitious, disciplined, and hungry to improve.
Bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh. No, I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here.
Oh, yeah.
The young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah.
Ooh. He's a harder puncher.
And that's why Floyd Mayweather's reported connection with Keyshawn Davis immediately made headlines. To many fans, it felt symbolic, almost like Floyd was now aligning himself with a new rising fighter who could eventually stand on the opposite side of the same star he once helped shape into a champion.
Now I got the chance to be around Floyd Mayweather. He been calling me now, he texting me now. The whole last camp, I was in Floyd's gym. He closing down the gym for me. I'm working pads with him. He working pads with me and my brother Kelvin. Me and Kelvin sparring in front of Floyd, like he coaching them. Like now it's like, damn, Shakur, Terrence, and Floyd now. So, man, I honestly think that's God. Like, if you really look at it, what professional fighters out here just have a strong circle that's strong as like ours. Like you got the best prospect. Then you got Shakur. Then you got Terrence Crawford. And then outside of our circle, we got Floyd Mayweather also tapping in with us. You know what I mean? Like our circle is really crazy. It's really crazy, and it shows to where when we fight, it's always our opponents. It's never a close fight, even with Terrence.
From Gervonta "Tank" Davis's perspective, the situation reportedly feels more personal than just boxing politics. It comes across as a form of betrayal. Seeing his former mentor linked with another rising lightweight has fueled the belief that Floyd Mayweather may be positioning a new fighter in a way that could challenge Tank's status or reshape his legacy before he retires. At the same time, the tension between Tank and Keyshawn Davis has already been building in public for months, with interviews, call-outs, and subtle online shots steadily increasing the heat between them long before this gym incident ever took place.
So, you know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event, you're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, you know, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now, if I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody wanna talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay.
Keyshawn Davis has repeatedly made it clear that he's chasing the biggest names in the division, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis has often been mentioned in that conversation. He's questioned the level of opposition Tank has faced and suggested that a new era is approaching in the lightweight division. As his connection with Floyd Mayweather has grown, it has only added more intensity to the storyline surrounding both fighters and the potential collision course between them.
Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. He got the power, he got the skill and ability. He's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short ain't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And you know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So also go fight the from Cuba. No, think I'm fighting. I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
For Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the timing only makes everything feel more intense. With ongoing rumors suggesting a possible retirement after 2025, every fight left on his schedule carries added weight for both his legacy and reputation, making the stakes around his next moves even higher.
It changed. What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like, you know, like say you got.
That's why the idea of Floyd Mayweather working closely with a potential rival has reportedly hit such a sensitive nerve for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, making it feel less like normal boxing business and more like something personal from someone he once trusted. According to witnesses inside the gym, the situation began with a tense face-off where Tank allegedly approached Keyshawn Davis. As emotions escalated, words were exchanged, and things quickly turned physical when Tank pushed him, prompting trainers and people nearby to rush in and separate both fighters before the confrontation could spiral further.
For real.
Boxing is no stranger to rivalries, but Tank versus
Boxing has always thrived on rivalries, but this situation feels different because it goes beyond belts, rankings, or competition. It's being fueled by loyalty, ego, history, and a sense of personal betrayal all colliding at the same time.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it was an early knockout. You know, he come out sharp and put the man to sleep. You know, so you know he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe to give him a good
For Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the frustration reportedly isn't just about Keyshawn Davis speaking confidently or calling for big fights. It also comes from the feeling that people who were once in his corner are now backing someone who could eventually step into his spot, adding an emotional layer to an already heated rivalry.
It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth, and I think it will serve him best to go and...
For Keyshawn Davis, however, the situation also represents a major opportunity to take his career to another level. Working closely with Floyd Mayweather brings increased attention, high-level guidance, and a spotlight that very few young fighters ever experience. And if he were eventually able to defeat Gervonta "Tank" Davis, it could instantly elevate him into superstardom within the lightweight division and beyond.
You are real good, but there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we gonna talk about levels. Okay, just know.
Despite being only 24 years old, Keyshawn Davis has already shown clear signs that he could become one of the division's future stars. With each performance, his confidence and ambition continue to grow, and his hunger to reach the top level of the sport is becoming more evident inside the ring.
The new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there.
Ooh. No, I thought he was.
Following his dominant knockout win over Gustavo Lemos, his confidence seems to have reached a new level. That performance left a strong impression on fans and analysts alike, convincing many that he is ready to compete with elite-level fighters and handle dangerous opposition in the division.
I don't need you, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude.
Meanwhile, Gervonta "Tank" Davis now finds himself entering a critical phase of his career, where every move carries added weight. Ongoing questions about retirement, legacy-defining fights, and potential future opponents continue to follow him everywhere, adding pressure to an already intense spotlight.
Bring one of those guys and fight for a world title?
Truth be told, Brian, I literally just got off the phone. I just hung up the phone with Shakur, saying I gotta do an interview with you. And I'm like, cool, what you think?
Technically, Gervonta "Tank" Davis should be fully focused on his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. But with all the noise surrounding Keyshawn Davis and Floyd Mayweather, the actual matchup has started to feel almost secondary. The outside drama is growing so fast that it's beginning to overshadow the fight itself, pulling attention away from what's supposed to happen inside the ring.
While he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I appreciate. Listen, man, life is about planning. And if anything, consider that a part of his plan. He knows what he wants to do, and he knows what he's trying to do before he gets out of here. You know, at the same time, like Terrence, for instance, I don't talk to Terrence about retirement. He'll ask me sometimes like, how you feel, how is that kind of stuff. I try not to be overly excited about it. I'm excited as heck to be retired. But when it comes to Terrence, it's my boy. What I can is put bugs in his ear, in his head about wanting to be retired, because I know once the closer you get to wanting to be there, the closer you are to there and further away from actual competition, you know? So Tank, you know, while he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I...
Yeah. Thank all day, baby. Thank all day. Easy work. No easy work. My little boy. Okay. All right, guys. Power now.
Right in the front, right here.
Sometimes, bro.
Right in front, rest there.
Easy work, Sam.
Come on, man. Stand here, please.
You showed up a little patient.
Back to the camera. In the back. Go in the back a lot. You don't even need
Technically, Gervonta "Tank" Davis should be fully focused on his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. But with all the noise surrounding Keyshawn Davis and Floyd Mayweather, the actual matchup has started to feel almost secondary. The outside drama is growing so fast that it's beginning to overshadow the fight itself, pulling attention away from what's supposed to happen inside the ring.
Shakur or Devin, what would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needs to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that, you know, could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever will be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, you know, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic
repeat or rewind of something spectacular.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future boxing updates. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Keyshawn Davis should settle this rivalry inside the ring?